All right, welcome back. My dad has been requesting a video about chickens, so this one's for you, Dad. All right, this is our coop. Nothing fancy. We built it out of an old lean-to, and I added the front to it there. The biggest thing that I will say was a game changer with keeping chickens was the automatic chicken door. So it automatically closes at sunset and opens at sunrise, and that was a huge game changer for us because with our schedules being so crazy, I wasn't always here to close the coop up and or forgot to close the coop up. There's some birds right there. So that's our rooster, and then those two are called Dorkings. They're polydactyls. They have 5 toes. Normal chickens only have 4. So again, made this out of a lean-to, added this little overhang on it with the clear plastic corrugated to give them a little shelter from when it is raining. They can still have dry food and a dry place to hang out. So I just use a 12-gallon feeder, automatic feeder. I guess it's automatic. I don't know, bucket feeder. And I use Scratch and Peck organic layer feed that's actually made here in the Pacific Northwest, and as you can see, it's really good stuff. They really like this feed. I really like this feed. You can also sprout this feed. So sprouting gives, if you sprout grains or any type of seed for them, it's super high in nutrients and gives them a little boost maybe in the winter when they don't have as many nutrients. Hi girls. All right, this is the inside of our coop. Again, nothing fancy. I just put a fresh layer of straw down. We use the deep litter method. You know, my theory was that animals are not clean creatures or sterile creatures in general, so I did not feel like I should be trying to clean their coop once a week or so, and I knew that wasn't really realistic for our lifestyle. So we use the deep litter method. There's probably like 6 inches to a foot of straw, but basically as they poop, you just keep piling on the straw, and it becomes a really nice compost, and you can use it after about a year. It's composted and broken down and has a lot of good microbiology. We add something called Dukashi. I think it's made by Scratch and Peck, but it is a bokashi microorganism, bacteria, beneficial thing that you can add to it and then put the straw on top. And it's good stuff. It'll help break down all that poop, and we really don't have an issue with flies or smell using this method, and I really like it because I added a lot of this in the spring. I took everything that was in here, pulled it all out, and added it to our veggie beds. So it's good stuff. General rule of thumb for nesting boxes is 2 boxes per hen. You can see we have quite a few here. This was a gift from a friend, but I will be honest, they do not lay in the coop, hardly ever. We're lucky. I think we have like 2 birds. Oh, that's a Rumpus araucana, so she lays turquoise eggs. We have a couple chickens that are laying. We got 2 boxes full, and then Miss Henrietta there. She is a Cochin, and she's super fluffy. She's got the fluffy feet and the fluffy butt, and we have 2 roosters, and she is laying on some eggs right now. So what that is called is broody. So she is gone broody, or she's a broody hen right now, and it's triggered by many things. The weather, you know, if you have a rooster, environment, many things like that can make them trigger, I guess, and feel the maternal instinct to lay on the eggs. And after about 21 days, we will have some baby chicks. So we have 2 baby chicks right now. I'll see if I can get them on film. But I did not know that. So basically, a hen, a female chicken, will lay eggs one egg every 1 to 3 days, give or take, depending on the breed and the season and things like that. And they do not need a rooster in order to lay an egg. So I've actually gotten that question a lot. They have eggs regardless if there's a rooster. What the rooster does is he fertilizes the eggs. So all of our eggs are fertilized so that if she started laying on them, they will be producing a chicken in 21 days. Did you know that chickens dust bathe? This was something that I did not know. It helps with mites, and it's basically their way of keeping themselves pest-free and clean. And this one has her babies with her. Really getting all that dust on her. Look at her. So you can see one of the chicks right there. Mama was just taking a dust bath. So they've grown up quite a bit. Oh, you can see the other one there too. So one is actually that hen is her egg. So she is a Copper Moran. So one of the chicks is a Copper Moran cross and the other one is a Dorking cross. We've got two there, and then we should have a couple more once Henrietta is done laying on those eggs. But they're super cute to have at the farm. One thing to make sure of is when you do have chicks and you're getting your first flock started, make sure that you handle them when they're chicks. So my chickens will come up to me, but they will not let me pick them up. As much as I love them and just feed them and give them the best chicken life possible, they won't let me pick them up. So make sure that you handle your chicks if you're starting a flock. Couple more things. We give our chickens most of our kitchen scraps. We have a worm bin too, but the only things that they can't have is onions and potatoes. But I think they can pretty much have anything other than that. I feed them my leftover sourdough starter and my kombucha SCOBY that I have extra of, and pretty much most of our kitchen scraps. They like it. They do free range, so we have the garden fenced in because they will tear up a garden, so be forewarned of that. They like to dig and scratch the dirt around. A couple other things. Farm fresh eggs. So when the hen lays an egg, she puts it in a protective coating on it called a bloom, and it is an antimicrobial, antibacterial coating. So if you do not wash your eggs, you do not have to refrigerate them. They are good on the counter for several months. You can always do the float test, put it in a pot of water, cold water, and if it floats, it's bad. If it stays at the bottom, it's good. So you can always do that if you're unsure. But America is one of the few countries that washes their eggs commercially. So when I first visited Costa Rica, and I think Australia too, all of the eggs were in the bread section, by the bread. There's the hen right there. Hi. So yeah, so we're one of the only countries that washes our eggs, and when you wash the egg, you wash the bloom off, and it's no longer protected. So then you have to refrigerate it to keep it free from bacteria and things getting through the eggshell itself. So a couple fun facts. Everyone should have chickens. They're a lot of fun. You know, definitely check with your county regulations if you do live in a city, but they are a really awesome pet companion. I know a lot of people who their chickens will get in their laps or hop on their back when they're gardening and things like that. Unfortunately, my turd birds don't do that, but I love them all the same. Thanks for watching. We had 2 more babies born at the farm. Oh, itchy.